Alright, in the last video I showed you how to make this part. So if you haven't made this and submitted it, please go back and do so before moving on to this video. In this video I'm going to show you how to use a couple more tools. I'm going to show you how to use the revolve tool, the spline tool, and along with the revolve and the spline, we're also going to do a fillet. So to get started, we want to start a new drawing. So we go up to the top to File, New Design, and we want to pick, first make sure that we're in inches. So I go to Document Settings, make sure it's in inches. Then I want to pick the rectangle, pick a plane, click, drag up. The height of this is going to be 2.5 inches. So 2 space 1/2. Hit Tab to put in the width of this object. Now the width is half of our diameter. Our diameter is 11/32. Half of that is 43/64. Okay, 43/64, just like that. Go ahead and hit enter. Do it twice. So we have a rectangle that is 2.5 inches by 43/64. Alright, the reason why we only drew half of our diameter is because we're going to be drawing half of our side profile and then revolving it. And I'll show you what that means here in a second. The way that we're going to draw is using the spline tool. So go up to Sketch and go to Spline. And I really like this tool. Usually when I draw, I use this. I want you guys to click, hover over the corner, go to the right just a little bit, maybe like there, and then zoom out. Everywhere you click, there's going to be a pivot point. Can you see how it line pivots right there? And then you can click once, twice, 3 times. Make sure it snaps to the corner there. So we're going from the bottom left up to the top right. Once you're done, hit enter. If you want to, you can grab these gray points and adjust what you drew. Okay, you want to look similar to that. Now we're going to revolve the shape here that is blue. So I'm hovering over it. This is what we're going to revolve, and it's going to make a projectile. So go up to Modify, Create, Revolve. Okay, my Revolve tool is showed up over here on the right. It says to select the profile. So I'm going to click on the profile that I want to revolve. Now I want to do an axis. So I click on this, select an axis. I'm going to click on this line right here. Once you do that, it's going to revolve it 360 degrees. Okay, if I did less than 360, say that I did like, I don't know, 90, it would look like that. So you can kind of get an idea of what's going on there. There's 90, there's 180. Now 360 is what we want. That's the default. Just say OK. It's all revolved. We're almost there. If you look at your desk, there isn't a sharp edge on it. If you look at your computer, your keyboard, your mouse, all those things have edges that are either chamfered or filleted, either rounded or just shaved off. That's everything that's made usually has that for safety reasons. So we want to take the sharp edge right here and we want to do a fillet, which is like a little round over. So I go to Modify, Fillet. You can see an example here to the right how it rounds over an edge. Click on that, click on the edge you want to round over. So it's this edge right here. So if I zoom in, you guys see this line. And I want to type 0.25. So 1/4 of an inch fillet. And then hit enter. and now our sharp edge is gone. Okay, one last step. We want to extrude this part of our projectile in a little bit. So I'm going to go to the extrude tab or tool. I'm going to click right here, and you can either just grab it and pull it in a little bit, or you can type like 0.1 and then hit OK. So there we are. If you want to, you could change the appearance of this. You can click on it, right click, go to appearance, and go through these folders. Say I want it to look like leather or cloth. I could click on leather. Say I want it to look like weathered leather. I drag this up to in this design, and then I drag it onto what I want to change. Okay, so now I have a leather projectile. Okay, once you're all finished with it, go to the top to File, Export. Remember, this is part 2. Make sure that down here the Save to My Computer is checked, and you want it to be in your documents. Mine's already in my documents, but if it isn't, click here. Click on your documents, say Select Folder, and say Save. Go into Canvas and submit it, and then move on to part 3.